Today on Dragon Media, our reporters covered the history over Orange Mound found here in the Mid-South and share with us the importance of the town.
Just recently, it was School Resource Officer Week, and we wanted to hear from our students and how appreciative they are of our SROs here at Carterville High School.
And of course, it being Black History Month, we want to talk to you, Carterville, on who you find your inspiration in throughout history.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Thatcher Gross.
And I'm Dylan Morrow. Today is February 26, 2025, and
DragonFire starts right now.
School resource officers are a vital part of our school. In honor of the recent School Resource Officers Celebration Week, Dragon Media reporter Jackson Powell and I set out to find out why our SROs are so special.
My perception of SRO officers is a positive one. I think they're really important for schools to help our safety and to just remind us that cops don't have to be a bad thing. I think especially the ones that we have here are super good with keeping that a good balance. And they like to be playful with a lot of the students that'll talk to them. And I just think that they do a really good job of keeping that balance and helping kids know that not all cops have to be scary.
My perception of an SRO role is to be there to prevent any conflict and to be there to make sure everyone feels safe and comfortable. I look up to them more like a parent or guardian, and they just help me, like they're more understanding, and they just help me get through things that like other people wouldn't understand.
I think with me being a senior, the thing that I'll miss most is seeing them, really. I think also is that the privileges that I have by talking to them and knowing them and having a relationship with them, it gets me free food, so I'll definitely miss that when I'm hungry in class and I won't be able to just go walk down the hall and be able to go get food from them from their office. But I think I'll just miss seeing them the most.
The one thing I will miss the most is probably just being able to see them every day and talk to them. My favorite moment would probably be walking down homecoming court with Officer Sisson.
My favorite SRO is Haley Cunningham. I feel like that goes without question. Since me and her have a personal relationship, she is obviously my favorite. I love Haley. She's the best SRO officer I've ever met. She is super nice, and she really tries to build relationships with the other kids here, not just me. And she's just the best SRO officer we have here, other than Officer Sisson and Officer Brister, obviously.
I don't have a favorite. I would probably say, if I had to choose two, it would be Officer Cunningham and Officer Sisson.
I think all the SRO officers try to connect with the students in different ways and show that they're supporting them in different ways, whether it's in a law enforcement side or it's an academic side or just a personal side, and they just want to be there for them and interact with them. But I think all the SRO officers here do a fantastic job of doing all those things.
February is a time to celebrate Black history and honor those who have made a lasting impact. Dragon Media reporter Aiden Anderson brings us more information. Aiden?
Thanks, Dan. We wanted to hear from people about their favorite African-American figures, whether from history, culture, or their own lives. Dragon Media reporter Jason Davis and I bring you who your inspiration is.
I think the most significant African-American is Dr. Martin Luther King, just because of what he did for civil rights and how he tried to bring races together, no matter what color you are and what creed, just tried to bring individuals together. So that's who stands out to me is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
I would say Kendrick Lamar. He's a good singer.
I would say SZA because she is just amazing and she's just wonderful.
I would say Simone Biles because she is very talented.
I would say Broadway because he's very relatable, and plus he helped me understand like what it is to be a young Black male.
Chadwick Boseman because he played a lot of historical African-American figures, and he also played my favorite Marvel character.
All right, so I think one of the most influential African-American women is Miss Shirley Chisholm. She was the first Black woman to be elected to the U.S. Congress, and one of her most famous quotes is that you don't impact change by sitting on the sidelines, whimpering and complaining. You make progress by creating and implementing new ideas. So that's something I live by, and I love Miss Shirley Chisholm.
It was great hearing all of the different answers and seeing the impact these figures have had on so many lives. Huge thanks to everyone who had shared their thoughts with us. Now back to Dylan and Thatcher at the desk.
Recapping on the recent Super Bowl Sunday with the Eagles taking the victory, the city of Philadelphia wasn't the only winner. Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl 59 halftime show presented by Apple Music was definitely one to remember. This included special appearances by Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam, the one and only SZA, Serena Williams, and DJ Mustard. Famous tracks such as Squabble Up, Humble, DNA, Luther, All the Stars, and Kendrick's #1 hit, Not Like Us, left fans and audiences pleased. Well, everyone but Canadian rapper Drake, also known as Champagne Papi. Kendrick's performance symbolized a revolution in America. I think it's safe to say expectations were exceeded.
Attention all moviegoers, if you're eager to find a heartfelt film, look no further than Paddington in Peru. The third installment of the franchise finds the talking bear on a mission from the city of London to the jungles of Peru. Determined to solve the mysteries of Aunt Lucy's disappearance, he stumbles upon the journey of a lifetime as they make their way through the rainforest of the Amazon. Overall, the film from Sony Pictures brings entertainment for all ages and audiences, big and small. Don't miss the biggest theatrical release from this February. Orange Mound is a city within Memphis that has a lot of living history. Dragon Media reporters Bryson Johnson brings us an interview to talk about and highlight the Orange Mound community.
So my experience on Orange Mound is my family, they're all from there, like my dad's side whole, they're all from there, like they all went to Melrose. It started when I was really, really young. I would go to my grandma's house, she lives right across from Melrose. I go to her house all the time, I'd go to my aunt's house, and she lives off Spotswood. We would go there all the time, and I've made friends in their neighborhoods over there. I grew up with my cousins a lot, so I kind of see them as my sisters. So I'm always around there. And my family, they're so involved in Melrose because they're trying to always better the Melrose community. And so when I go down there all the time, we go to do like events they have. Like I know they give back to the school every summer for kids or just people who need more stuff for back to school. So we do like the back to school drives down there. Every year they have an Orange Mountain Parade, and my dad has been in it a few times, and he used to be in it when he was in high school in band, when he did drums. And a couple years I used to be in it because my uncle has a tow truck, and he used to be in it all the time. It was cool because I got to like blow the horn and throw candy at people. And then one year I got to be on a float. Funny story, it was my aunt's friend, and she stopped the float mid-parade, and we got on top of the float mid-parade. And it was really cool. And I got to throw candy at people. I saw some of my friends. The float was really scary.
Hey everyone, welcome back to What Does Carnival Think? This week we're going to be asking CHS students questions about Black history. Where did Martin Luther King Jr. give his I Have a Dream speech?
I don't know. Massachusetts?
Close, Washington, D.C. Who was the first African American model to be on the cover of GQ magazine? You don't know?
I don't know.
It's Tyra Banks. Where did Martin Luther King Jr. deliver his I Have a Dream speech?
Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow, that's right. Where did Martin Luther King Jr. deliver the I Have a Dream speech?
Washington, D.C.
Virgil Abloh was most famous for his designs for what fashion brand?
Dior?
It's Louis Vuitton. Virgil Abloh is most famous for his designs in what famous fashion brand?
Prada.
Louis Vuitton.
Thank you for joining us today on DragonFire. I'm Dylan Morrow.
And I'm Thatcher Gross. Be sure to follow us on all our social media and our YouTube channel to see more of our content.
Have a great day, Dragons.